Olá, gente. My name is Dwayne Roberts, and I want to talk to you about the Conference Onething. King David was a king that was set apart from every other king in Israel. And the one thing that made him different was he had an appetite for the knowledge of God. The prophet Hosea says to Israel, you have lost your way and you no longer are following me. Why? Because the knowledge of God is no longer in your hearts. It's no longer amongst you as a community. The most wealthiest, the most richest possession that you will ever have is your definition of God. And I believe that the church is entering in this next decade to an understanding of the knowledge of God. Our God is one, yet He is the Trinity. And there's aspects within each person of the Trinity that can set our hearts alive, on fire on the inside. And Moses told Aaron, pray for the people and bless them. And his blessing was this, that the face of God would shine upon you. And I believe it is when the knowledge of God comes upon our hearts that we can then enter into true living revelation and communion with Him. The beauty of actually engaging with the Creator, the profound interaction between the believer and the God who's had no beginning is truly our highest pleasure. And in Psalm 16, King David, verse 11, he says, in your presence. And the Hebrew translation is actually, when your face shines upon me, I have joy. And in that place of joy, I find eternal pleasures. And they are satisfying. They're rich to my life. And I want to call you this year to one thing. We'll be in two different locations. And you're going to notice something, that we do not advertise who's speaking. And there's a reason for that. We don't want to gather around a worship leader, and we don't want to gather around a specific preacher. I want to gather the hungry. And it has been proven in conferences that we've done that when you do gather the hungry, there's something where God comes and meets us. And I'm looking for this to be a place where we come together and we gather, and it's when we gather before Him, He shines upon us. And the knowledge of God matures and grows. And that ache, that longing within the heart gets satisfied when we touch God. I want to invite you to one thing, and I believe if we meet together, He will encounter us. I'll see you there.